Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order. You explore the remaining ingredients, but you've already taken everything you need. The Meister sits slumped in her chair. You notice that some of her scales have dropped to the floor.
What news? Can you channel enough source? Are you powerful enough to proceed? Of course, my supply has rather gone up in smoke. You can find more in the cloister woods to the northwest of Driftwood. Hardly a charming place, but it grows nowhere else. Then why, pray tell, are you wasting both my time and your own? Go!
Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath.
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
Oh, but yours is not a stink like the one that surrounds us, spat from a dying sea. Yours is a scent that invites a question. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods? We do cruel things unto others and unto ourselves because we must.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. My favorite one. I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth, that is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. The very definition of your order's existence. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters, but they do. I'm quite capable, but as you can see, I'm also preparing to set sail. And who will deal with them when I'm gone? Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher. Of course. I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up? How very heartwarming. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them. Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in their eager little faces. My signature will placate them without fail, I assure you. Adieu and good luck. The Lord Dread awaits. The use of the gallows I pass on to you. The time has come, my stitched-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Left behind like a dog. Bah! 7 curses upon that ship.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night?
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish, gently poking its innards with his knife.
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh, my... I mean, no, what do you want?
With a small grin, the dwarf glances between you and his handiwork and shrugs.
Indeed I am. They can close our schools, but they can't take away what I've been taught. Besides, there's still so much to learn. Times are hard. There's not much gold to be made in scholarly pursuits. I can't ignore my first calling, though, especially when there's so much to learn. Plenty. These tainted fish are causing a lot of hardship. If I can understand what's happening to them, perhaps there'll be a way to reverse the effects. I have to try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Speaking of which, I need to see the effects of eating these fish firsthand, if you understand me. Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish firsthand, if you understand me. Do as I ask, and you'll be amply rewarded, I guarantee you. Wonderful. Now, there's 3 samples that I wish to learn more about. Care to choose?
The fish instantly churns your insides. Everything turns black. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. Something. Hungry and corrupt. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you with fascination.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even look displeased.
see. Well, I'm sure it was nothing but a side effect of the fish. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I owe you a great debt.
The dwarf puffs up his chest and proudly gestures to the fish.
The fish is indeed malignant. Lizards are affected by it in the same manner as other species. Don't you see? If all species are affected the same, then one cure will save them all as well. Just as soon as one is found, that is. Now for your reward. This mightn't be quite what you were expecting, but, well, the fish you ate is known as crimson bream. Quite a fast, vicious breed. It's often used in the creation of ferocity mixtures. But those use regular specimens, not this kind. Who is to say what might happen if you brewed a ferocity mixture with a crimson bream that's been touched by the void itself? The effects could be quite potent. Seek out somewhere that peddles ferocity herb mixes, but make an addition. One of these, unique breams. So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my quota of fish, of course. Farewell, stranger.
I'll comb this place plank by plank. I'll find him.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You! The supposed source hunter! I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it. A man of stature wouldn't be moored on a dock with no one but dead fish for company. But here I am and here you are. So, to business. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong. By the bishop's bones, you saw it? Now, out with it, man. What happened? Void woken? That means source was used. Which means some third party must have attacked first. And have a fair idea who that might have been. Raymond, that old goat, always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove.
He snatches the letter from your hand and skims through it with mounting indignation.
Lohar! He's been involved from the start! And Justinia, No, but I won't say the word. I've had enough of words. We need action. The great and honourable Dallas will hear of this. She will know where the serpent slithers and crush it under her heel. As for you, there's a little reward in order, I think. There's a chest in the barracks full of confiscated goods. Here's the key. If you see anything you like, it's yours to keep. Now all we have to do is wrap matters up.
He leans in, his voice drops to a whisper.
Listen, there are such things as courts of law, due process, judges and jurors. But these are all things that stand in the way of honest to goodness, justice. And Lohar, even the gallows are too good for that rat, let alone a cell. So how about you make certain he gets his just desserts? I don't care. I want Lohar's head on this here table. See to it, would you?
Red thinks he can shout jump, and we'll snap back with how high. I'll not abase Lohar before one of them anytime soon.
Water looks a bit cold to me.
A valiant warrior against the boys.
But my head hurts.
Thus ended the conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?
You. I know what you did, you know. Turned your back on me and gave that letter to the Reds. If I didn't already owe you one, you'd be in a heap on the floor. What do you want? Ha! Come on in, let's see what you're made of.
Lohar clutches his chest and opens his eyes wide. You approach and prepare your finishing blow.
You keep that thing in your pants, pal. He dies and the beast returns to the sea with a new crew.
You stow your weapon, and Lohar wastes no time in fleeing, as Beast looks on with a mix of irritation and amusement.
Ah, looks like Lohar is closing up shop for the time being. You did the right thing. Now let's get moving.
lucky find. What's this? I found something.
Further come, and I'll knock the head in. Doing what are you here? Time is now! Not to be worth it. Aye, tendon and have been grow by their largest fans. Good little gnomons. Caretaking! My gnomons get a hot head if you danger make their treasures. Go easy.
Bubble in and up.
What's this? I found something. Look out!
Off-handed, beast.
I'll need to get clever with this lock.
Wanting what?
Time for another.
Gods, that's good.
pale, stunning creature. Call me Dorothea.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
Oh yes. I have something that you want. But I only bargain with those I deem deserving. Those who have accomplished great things. So, tell me, are you worthy of my gift? Oh dear. You assume your reputation precedes you. And I'm afraid that I can't honor such idle bragging with my favors. Surely you've accomplished something of note. Indeed. This is acceptable. You are nearer the one than most self-described heroes I've known. So, tell me, are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? Don't misunderstand me. I'm not a genie from your lizard sagas, but I can expose the need that gnaws at your bones. All you have to do is look into my ring and tell me what you see there. Gaze into the gem, Scaled One.
She flashes her ring at you, and you stare at the luminescent stone at its center. You are floating on a current of pure source, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and fuzzy images. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
Yes. I see you clearly now. A true warrior. You desire great strength. To you, an armed legion is merely a wall of flesh, ready to have a path carved through it. I will fulfill this desire. In return, I ask for one thing in return. A kiss. Most delicious. Meet me around the corner, and come alone. An audience is not required. Your friends should leave. I prefer a more intimate arrangement.
Dorothea sees you and heaves a shuddering sigh. She bites into her lower lip with enough force that a drop of blood seeps out. Blood and something else. Something green.
Darling, I admit I wish we could share more carnal pleasures. Yet I think a kiss is the height of intimacy. Now come closer and receive your soul's desire.
You draw closer and close your eyes, eager to feel her lips on yours. Yet her lips do not press against yours, and her hands do not caress your face. She is a woman no longer, but a were-spider. Her fang painlessly sinks into your neck. You still hear her words, though they sound muffled, as if filtered through a glass wall.
You desired strength, and so my venom gives it to you. We part ways now. I'll remember this moment. You've seen my true self. There's nothing more to know.
She kisses her forefinger, then presses it against your scaled forehead.
Now go.
Down for a little scuffling and tussling? Let's see if you got some fight in ya. Well, that just may interest our current champion, Murga. She'll want to talk with you herself before she'll assent to any challenge. Watch your words, mind. She takes against you, there'll be no talking yourself into her good graces again. Well, you better start caring. Without her approval, you'll be stuck spectating. On your way, then.
Did you know our arena champion's a bloody cheat, stranger? Murga tricked me and bit off my earlobe before the fight had even started.
Watch out for Murga, stranger. She's a formidable fighter, our dear arena champion, and not one to suffer fools lately.
Is there a void woken down there? Must be one who in their right mind would keep a void woken locked up like this.
In the shadows, a dwarven woman spits obscenities down upon a caged void woken. She exudes a powerful air of menace and an even more powerful odor of old sweat and dried blood. She spies you and glowers.
More fodder for the arena. Let Murga the champion test how good your reflexes are.
Curling her torn lip back over broken teeth, she grabs your hand and pulls you down to the ale-soaked table. Never losing eye contact, she begins arm wrestling you.
Ha! Your science won't help you here. In the arena, you must be willing to suffer if you want to achieve greatness.
She glimmers in and out of view, merging with the shadows. Crowing, she slams your hand down into the table, hard enough to draw blood.
I bested that voidwoken below us, you know. Dragged that scaly lump down there with my own 2 hands. So, since you can't hope to beat me, what is it you want down here? Ah, based on your performance so far, that's cute. But I shouldn't judge your baby steps. The lion judges not the pussycat, eh?
The look she shoots you is withering enough to ruin a harvest.
I don't owe you squat, but if you've got enough heart, I'll bite. Ah, go talk to the raucous one. Tell him I sent you, and he'll set you up for a challenge. Prove yourself worthy fighting my acolytes blindfolded. Then, I'll knock your teeth out.
Figure it's time to prove yourself. Let's get it done. Is that so? Well, looks like the crowd'll get its money's worth, for sure. You accept her challenge, do you? Alright, just make sure to keep the blindfold on. You take it off, you lose the challenge. Real simple. In any case, you're in for a treat, laddie. Better than sweet cream stew on Lucian's Day. Who's coming along with you?
your blindfold and nudges your nose with her own, laughing.
Nice to see the cub has some claws. You drew blood. Enough to know you're alive. And you proved yourself against my little challenge. So now we will fight, you and I. Come on, show me I'm alive. Talk to the raucous one when you're ready to fight.
She winks over her shoulder at you and then disappears.
Nice show out there. You're smouldering, you are. Nice show out there. You're smouldering, you are. Oh, this'll be a scotcher. Who you taking along? You only get this one chance, so keep your wits about you.
Looky, a champion. Good for my belly, good for my happiness.
The dwarf bounces up and down with glee, then catches himself and clears his throat. He bows before you.
Extraordinary, son, just extraordinary. The spirit of the One has yet to settle, but it hovers near. It knows your great feat. I feel the glow. Ain't just praise you're earning, though. Giving you this key, too. It's an arena champ tradition. Takes you to treasure, it does. And only a champ can survive that journey.
The dwarf bellows out to all within earshot.
I proclaim thee the champion of the Driftwood arena. Get your gloat on, take a swig of ale. Hell, take a dozen. We'll be singing for years to come of the great scaled Void Slayer.
Good riddance to Murga. Her and her bloody pet Voidwoken had no business here.
I can't say I'm sad to see Murga ousted. She was a sore winner. Spoiled it for the rest of us.
It seems I can't use that right now. It's broken.